Scott, 2-0 win here in Truro. A long way to come, but I bet you're delighted to get all 3 points.
Yeah, look, lads can't give us any more, I don't think, than what they've just given us. And not just today, obviously. Saturday and midweek as well against Southend. I thought they've been a credit. They've it worked ever so hard for the football club tonight again. And look, I'll never make excuses for anything. You know, what we put out there was good enough to win a game tonight, but we are short of one or two big players for us, probably 5 actually. So the lads that have come in have done that absolutely outstanding, and it has to be like that because there's no point having a decent sized squad if the lads that come in don't do the job enough to get us wins. And look, this is a tough place to come. I suffered here a bit last year, conceding the 98th, 99th minute equaliser on Boxing Day, and John's teams are relentless. They just keep on going. I'm full of admiration for them, and look, they tested us. That first 20 minutes was difficult. I thought we'd pass the ball backwards a little bit, invited some pressure. Didn't probably take enough responsibility on the ball. But look, it's really early days, so it's hard to be critical. But second half, I thought we defended manfully. I thought everyone in the team was outstanding. And look, some of the boys haven't played for a little while, and they just put a shift in like that. So, yeah, really pleased.
You mentioned the players that haven't played a lot recently and come in and put a shift. One that I'm going to pick out is Jake Vokins, obviously first start of the season. How do you think he got on today?
Yeah, he was brilliant. Look, there might have been a few eyebrows raised, but Macca, we didn't want to risk. He's got a slight, just a little tiny tweak in his knee, and it was just the game tonight was just too soon. So we asked Harvey to do a job up there for us, and look, he's an unbelievable worker for the team. He's a bit more than that, obviously, with his quality, but he can get him behind. And I just felt that we needed to give him some support, so we asked Aaron to play slightly higher, and we were a little bit lopsided. And once Vokesy got his shape in terms of being in the same line as Angel and Lloyd rather than further forward, I thought he was outstanding because he can come onto things. He's got a wonder of a left foot, and to be honest, he dug in, and I was surprised he lasted the game because, like I just said, the game was relentless and the tempo didn't drop. So really pleased for him. We said earlier on, because of one or two, a suspension, an injury here and there, and my decision not to risk one or two players as well, with what we've got coming up, has meant that in my really short time here, a lot of players have had an opportunity really quickly. So look, one way or another, everyone's contributing, which is a good place to be.
Yeah, how reassuring is that you have that peace of mind that once the players come back from injury or come back from suspension, that you know that they're all capable of giving something to the team?
Well, they showed it now, and the levels, we have to get better even than that. Like I said, I thought first 20 minutes was all Truro, really, apart from a couple of breaks for us. And we needed to start the game better, but you've got to realise as well that it's a new group. We've only had a couple of sessions on the grass, and it's a new group, us all being together and tweaking one or two things with, like I keep saying, without trying to reinvent the wheel. The basis was already here, and look, the work that's gone on before me and the work that Jason and Vince did in the week leading up to our first game against Southend was really key, because the lads have obviously got a real good platform. Now, I want to do things slightly differently. It's not a criticism of anything, but the lads, they will get better in the way that I want to play. But the first thing I asked them was to have a good structure without the ball, to work their socks off of the football club. We tweaked that a little bit from Saturday to tonight, and I felt we needed a bit more width in the team. And that's where the second goal came from. So I'm really pleased. It's really early days. Like any game at this level, you can get beat if you're not at your levels. Even going into the last 5 minutes there, you're fearing the worst, because it's a good crowd here. If they get one back, the tide can turn. But I'm really pleased for the players, because they've taken me in early doors. I've come in on my own without any staff. I think that's a brilliant thing to do, because I'm coming into your football club really, and then we'll see what we need going forward, and more importantly what the players need, and what myself, Jason and Vince need to dovetail with what we've all our own sort of qualities and attributes. So look, we'll be a little bit patient with that one. We need to get one or two bodies in the building, which we're working on, and one or two boys back. But the key is they continue to work that hard, because if they do that, they'll give themselves a chance. And you know, like in the first half, first 20 minutes. If we hadn't have worked that hard, we might not have got lucky like we did. But I'm really pleased, yeah.
If you keep a clean sheet, you don't lose the game. We've got them in back-to-back games now. That must be really nice to see.
Yeah, Nick deserved it. I thought Nick was outstanding on the ball in the first half, because we went back to him too often. Probably passed responsibility on a little bit. I was a little bit critical at half-time, just because, you know, and I do understand it, we're trying to do it a little bit differently, but if we're going to go backwards, it's to come out the other side quickly, not to go backwards and backwards again and invite pressure, and John's team are outstanding at that. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen again. But what it did highlight was Nick's experience. I thought he was outstanding, so he deserved that clean sheet with the rest of the team, because without your three forward players working as hard as they did, they gave the defenders, who all won their individual battles, and the midfielders as well, it gives us all a platform in which to build. And, you know, I have to say the supporters were outstanding. So yeah, really good. Everyone's going home happy. We've got now a well-earned day off tomorrow for the players. We'll plan training and get them ready Thursday in some sort of conditions to train properly Friday, ready for another big game.
And just finally, you mentioned the supporters there. That moment, engaging with them during the game, obviously giving them the wave that they wanted, and also at the end there where they were applauding the team off. How important is that relationship to you? Yeah,
sorry, I pinched your question, didn't I? They were great, and I've always said wherever I've been, the relationship between the players and the supporters is key. It's massive, and you know, they can go home really pleased that some of their heroes have put a real shift in for them. It's good. The lads spent a bit of time with them before the game, and you know, we're not here to rush off straight away afterwards. There's always time to thank those that have travelled, and I think that the atmosphere was great. Away fans are always brilliant, so let's see if we can replicate that at home on Saturday.
Brilliant. Well done today.
Cheers. Thanks.